And one thing I want to talk about is kind of like a little controversial with the Olympics is that Japanese citizens they're actually not in favor of the Olympics. In April, there was a public poll where 80% of the citizens say they did not want the Olympics to happen. Now that it's in a state of emergency, no crowds, and another wave, people are wondering what's the point of this. So I think their concern is caused by the fear of COVID spread since they went to a state of emergency, and they can't even watch the Olympics. So they feel like they're kind of disrespected. This is being pushed by their government as a way to showcase their country can do it. They're a great country to the rest of the world, and whether it's COVID or not, they can host the biggest sporting event in history. It's unfortunate that it's at the expense of the Japanese people, the people of the country. And I feel like Eastern culture, they value respect a little bit more than Western culture like the U.S., and they simply feel disrespected, and they're strongly against the Olympics that their government said, screw you guys, we're going to just do this, and they're being hypocritical about it because they were so adamant of COVID lockdown, and they said, it's fine, we'll let it slide because it's the Olympics. And I don't think, in terms of the solution, I just don't think all of the sporting events need to be in Japan for this sort of scenario. The country does well of containing the pandemic, but this is still a slap in the face to the people. The game should be broken out to other parts of the world, because in normal circumstances, this is a very inefficient strategy. But this can be an exception because of the pandemic. The Olympics is about bringing countries together, not only to compete, but to unite. Why not work together to find up a solution where everybody can be part of that and have one country host the track games, another country host the water games, tennis, basketball, etc. I understand money's involved, but it shouldn't be the expense of the people that represent your country outside of the court or field.